the fucking patience God can really give us. Everyone. Why? I don't know. You know, that's just how life is. How do you get better at something? By practicing it. You know? Good morning. Good morning. Grand rising. Or my scissors. My sisters. Grand rising, everybody. Good morning. Buenos dias. Good morning, YouTube. Good morning, get a Doberman, they said.
Who said? No one ever told me that.
Get a Doberman, they said. Good morning. Good morning, Kathy. Good morning, Josh. I see you, Josh, bro. I always see you in my live, bro. I saw you yesterday morning, my brother. How are you, bro? I see you. Good morning, Kathy. How are you? Don't you worry, Leon. You're gonna get your pecan. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're gonna have to find the bacon. What's his name? Max? No, it's Leon. Good morning, everybody. Buenos dias. Good morning, Grand Rising. Man, I'm lightheaded. Why? I might have to eat a banana. And my boy, is creatine good? Danny, creatine's great, bro. Creatine works. Then your girlfriend there, so tell her good morning. Yeah, Kathy says good morning. Yeah, she said good morning too. Yeah, brother, 100%. But let me ask you something. Are you trying to get shredded? Are you trying to bring your abs out? Are you trying to get bigger? Trying to get some muscle? Creatine's phenomenal. But the more important than creatine, more important than any supplement, bro, is your macronutrients, brother. Right? I've been training people for the last 12 years. Okay, I competed twice in bodybuilding, in classic physique, and I'm gonna tell you right now, biggest thing it's gonna give you the best result is going to be understanding your macronutrients, right? And if you need help with that, literally go click the link in my bio and go watch the Macro Mastery. I break down exactly after 12 years of fucking training people how macros actually work, so you can actually sustainability, right? It's one thing to lose body fat. It's one thing to lose it and keep it off. The whole purpose that I teach is like, let's keep it off. All right, I've been working out for 19 years, bro. I've been working out for 19 years. I've never got out of shape, right? I started working out since I was 12 years old. I'm 31 now. I mean, different women once a month before now. It's New York for every week. Kono, brother, why you hating, right? If you cut carbs, do you lose muscle? No. Let me ask you this, right? If you cut out carbs, you lose muscle. No, you get smaller because you're not filled with glycogen. Husband, can you shout out, please? Tell her I say happy birthday. I'm a dog. Woof woof. Hello, dog. Right, brother? So you have to understand, you're not losing muscle. You get smaller. Number one, because your muscles are not filled with glycogen. Right? That's what carbs give you. Number two, when you do cut out carbs or you feel yourself like leaning out, you'll realize that you don't have much muscle. It takes years to build muscle. It takes years of consistency with nutrition and training. Right? If I tell people, if you're not consistently eating more than 100 grams of protein, if you're not consistently hitting the gym, stressing the muscle, or even working out at home, something like that, you're not really building muscle. It takes years to really build a good physique. You lived 19 years? Yeah, I started working out when I was 12. I hope you get everything everyone in this life has to offer. God bless you. Brother, I hope, it's not that I get everything in my life. I hope everything that I want is in alignment with also what God wants me to do. And that's what I've learned. You feel me? It's like I want things to be in alignment with what God wants me to do. My will, I hope that my will is His will as well. You know, because that creates alignment. Not for me to just say, oh, that it sounds nice to say, but truthfully, like, because sometimes I've gotten things in my life that I haven't even been fulfilled. Right? There's certain things I get in life, and you think you get them, it's everything you want, and you get them like that's it, and there's no fulfillment. So what I mean by like, I hope everything that I want in my life at this point right now is in alignment with what He wants for me as well, because that's where I'm gonna find fulfillment. And fulfillment is feeling like, man, I'm happy with what I have. You know, I'm happy with what's going. Like, wow, instead of like, wow, this is it. You know, it's a streamer name, super feeling corny mom. He online right now. I don't really care, bro. Like, I don't know who Superstar Fion is. I don't really care. God bless him. You know. Tyra, hello Tyra, how are you? I'm 236.3 and 173 fat-free mass. Could I build muscle before losing fat? Fat free. What do you mean? With 173? I don't get it. I am 230. I don't make sense. I have muscle cuts when I flex. I'm trying to see it without flexing. But what do you mean? Like if you're just standing like normal, then yeah, you have to keep building on that. I'm doing good. 30K, he got 30K subs though. I mean, it doesn't matter, bro. I don't even know him. I think about it. I don't even know him, bro. He can have 500,000 subs, bro. Like I don't really care, bro. My only focus is get on here and push a good message. Get on here and teach you everything that all the mistakes I've made and help you not make the same mistakes I made. Yeah. And then teach you everything I've learned from 19 years of like training and discipline. 19 years of discipline in this area. It's helped me a lot in life. It's helped me get through breakups, really bad breakups, right? Some of the hardest times in life will be when you lose somebody, going through a breakup, even feeling lost, right? Being let go from a job, not knowing what to do, struggling, like, so all these things in my life that I've been through, right? Homeless, breakups, bad business, feeling lost. Like, what am I gonna do? Not reaching a level of success and also being like not fulfilled. Like, oh, okay, well now, you know. Yeah, owning a dog. Good morning. Yeah, man. I've helped change a lot of people's lives too. Like, I'm not just gonna talk about it. I'll show you. Oh no, not the bump. Yeah, use this. Good morning, Grand Rising, everybody. Yeah, these are some people here. So I just to give you guys an example, these are just some of my clients. This is on my website as well. These are some of my clients, right? So if you're talking about losing a bunch of body fat, right? Losing a bunch of body fat and getting down to almost having a six-pack, right? Time frame a year, about 70 days. Like these are my clients that I've worked with one-on-one, right? I got him ready for a show. Did this in 16 days. Did this in about 2 years, right? So been doing this for a while. And why? Because I have a passion for it, man. I have a passion for it. Because at one point I had a lot of questions. I'm like, how the fuck do I build muscle? Like, how do I lose body fat? Like, how do I grow my lats? How do I grow my chest? How do I grow my abs? How do I do this? And after doing trial and error, having a bunch of coaches help me out. Ain't cause ain't shit, bro. I never let it bring me down and get that money up. I mean, Wolf, wow, then you ain't human, Wolf. No, anybody that says that, bro, you know they're lying. You feel me? Free man, being honest and wanting to help, nothing wrong with that. No, of course not, bro. What is that, your wallpaper? No, that's my website, which you can go check it out on the link in my bio. Yeah, so it's like this is pretty much my my website's on the link in my bio. Yeah. Master your mind, body, and spirit, right? So there's the free macro training, there's a 7-day mindset challenge, there's my YouTube channel, and these are some of my my clients. Yeah. Yeah, if you go to my website, you can also check out I have a couple free programs. The first one is the macro training. Like it's literally what I use on a daily basis to understand how to drop body fat and be consistent with my nutrition. The second one is the 7-day mindset challenge. This is for anybody. If you feel like you're lacking discipline, you want to start something. You're like, yo, I just need to get going. I don't know where to start. You can do the 7-day mindset challenge. I take you through 7 days of just structure. So if you have no structure, because when I was 12 years old, what helped me stay consistent with working out when I was 12 years old, when I was just a kid, was I bought a little machine called the Perfect Push-Up. And on that Perfect Push-Up, it had a 90-day calendar. But it also had beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And so I was a beginner. I've never really worked out. You know, my friend taught me how to work out. And so when I got the little calendar, it gave me the structure I needed to build momentum. And so the 7-day mindset challenge is 7 days of teaching you how to be sober, 7 days of getting you to finally feel proud of yourself. And we feel proud when we do difficult things. And working out is one of those things that when you start to actually stay consistent with it, you feel good about yourself. So it's like, give me 7 days to show you how to do it, you know? I'm doing good, bro. How you doing? Lovely Greens, brother. How are you doing today? I'm doing good, Worm. Gabe, you motherfucker, what's up, bro? What's up, Kenny? So, let's eat, bro. Let's fucking eat, man. No, Leon. Not for you. Sam, what's up, Mark? How are you? Hello, beautiful people. I like my 7-day mindset challenge. It's great. I feel like there's definitely better, you know? Here, this is the song for you, my love. It's called, I think you've heard the song before.
Yeah.
I'll put that playlist on for you, baby. What do you mean? I don't know why that does that, bro. Someone keeps reporting me pretty much. Grinch Town in July. Yeah, my girlfriend's. Sad to hear that, brother. What are we doing today? We're making some breakfast right now, but we hit a workout. We hit about 123 burpees. Did some core. Studied this morning. Spent some time with God. Did you spend some time with God? Did you read something this morning? I listen. Every morning I wake up and I read some scripture. Every morning I wake up and I read scripture and I study. I'll study some scripture. I'll either study another book too. I have a list. I have a fucking shit ton of books. Like, I dropped out of college. Okay, I dropped out of college, and I never liked school. And then I met a mentor, shout out to Ty Lopez, who pretty much motivated me to read every day. And so since 19, I just pretty much been reading every single day. And it's made a big difference in my life, you know? Like, wisdom. Reading widens your perspective. I think if you're not getting smarter, you're getting dumber. Profound. Yeah, I'm gonna eat banana before I pass out. What the fuck? I'm gonna have avocado. Every day gives me clarity. 100%, man. It does, bro. It gives you a sense of a lot more clarity, right? What, man? Yeah, I'm biting her as a motherfucker. Bored Alex. Who are you? Hello. Alright, let's do this. Fuck me, I love bananas, bro. Yeah. So interesting, man. Very interesting. Really, yeah. Well, we had eggs. Good morning. Grand Rising. Yeah, ask me if you have any questions regarding, so I can actually do it from there. Do I eat the same thing every day? No. Some days are different. Not every day is the same thing. And I think that's a big misconception that a lot of people have. I show you my breakfast because this is something I do my best to stay consistent with because it works. You know, this makes me feel good. I don't get bloated. I don't get tired after this. I just feel energized, and it helps me for sure, guaranteed, build muscle and stay lean. Dear brother, I feel any great anytime I come across videos about scripture. Of course, bro. Check out my Instagram. I post a lot of things on scripture. I'm gonna post more on YouTube. I can even read passages because I like to read. Yeah. That's another quick question that they had. What is something? Get out of here, Siri. What is something you don't like about your industry, bro? They just push too much supplements, bro. Right? Something that I don't like about the industry. They just push too much supplements. I just don't really like supplements. I think the best supplements you can ever take, you know, is like a multivitamin. Yeah. Why does he look like that?
Oh, what are you looking at?
Right? Yes, you can do some of that. Yeah. He's like, I hate my life. Some supplements freak me out because they aren't regulated. Yeah, but at the same, like, they're not regulated, but at the same time, like, don't even that. But to me, that's a dumb excuse, though, because like alcohol is regulated and it's fucking horrible for you. So I don't think that's a solid reason to not take them, right? Like alcohol is regulated. You can have, just make sure you don't have too much alcohol, you know? No. That's crazy, man. What up, Troy? Crazy, bro. But I don't like that. But I'll make it work. I always do. Yeah. I'll make it go away. Sisters in the underwear. Hijo de su puta gran madre. You want to fucking play that egg? I got you. Fuck off. Actually, that means they're good, right? Yeah, dude. I mean, that's the thing. I'm blessed. How are you, brother? I'm fucking blessed too as well. Good morning, YouTube. I think bananas are one of my favorite fruits. Yeah. Yeah, brother. So, think like if I were to ask you, right, if you want to get in better shape, right, the first thing I'd ask too is like, yo, what are you gonna eat today, right? Do you know what you're eating today? Do you have an idea of what you're gonna eat today, how much you're gonna eat today? Because if you can't answer that, it's most likely why you're not in shape. That's a huge thing. If you're truly trying to get in better shape, 90% of it's gonna come from your food. And so when I work with people, the first thing is that you have a certain way of eating. What's up, Sumaya? And if you want to get in shape, the first question I ask, do you know exactly what you're eating today? No. All right, we got to start there, right? I am when I leave my hurt behind. Oh, damn, I really wish we had some coffee. That's the thing I was there to talk about until I came across, get some information about it. But yeah, no, bro, congratulations, brother. Yeah, that's really good. Yeah, bro, getting sober is one of the best things you could ever do. Come on, dude, it just gives you clarity, bro. It gives you so much clarity. I sometimes think about like doing, like drinking and doing some drugs. You know, why not? But then I remind myself, like, it's just not worth the come down. Yeah. 5 months sober. It's really not that difficult. Depending on how you ask, brother. Like, depending on how you ask, brother. For some people, it's hella difficult, bro. Do I respect bald men? I mean, being bald has nothing to do with respect, my friend. Has nothing to do with respect. Just genetics. Who is bald that I know? Ha! I guess I'm golfing. Respect from a baldy. Respect from a baldy. Yeah, bro. It's not. I mean, if you're bald, you have full head of hair. It doesn't really matter, bro. Eggs are burning. No, they're not. Yeah, I feel like. Come on. This into my eyes, it's the only thing that slowly stops the end. Yeah, Techno Tuesday. Oh my god, dude, I can have, what if I can have like Techno Tuesdays, right? Techno Tuesdays where I just show techno and stuff like that. And then the pants size down with the, huh? Tango Tuesday? No. How do you prepare your eggs when you cook them? I just put them on the pan. Say hi to you.
Hi.
What do you got going on today, baby?
Huh?
What do you got going on today at work?
At work or work?
What do you got going on at work?
Stuff.
Oh. Oh, that's what I gotta go to Sam's. I gotta go to Sam's.
They look good today.
My eggs, do they never look good? Do they not always look good?
They never look good.
Okay. They're the exact opposite of you then. Because you always look good. How do you prepare eggs? I use coconut oil. I use coconut oil. But I don't always recommend coconut oil for people. Only because like I try to keep people's fats down when I'm helping them cut. Yeah, I do my best to keep people's fats down because fats have a lot of calories. Which there's nothing wrong with it, but if we're trying to cut, I just try to keep it down. Again, there's nothing wrong with fats. I just try to keep them down. Leave me alone. I'm gonna go look for some more today.
I didn't say anything.
You didn't have to.
Oh. I want one. That's all.
We should grow these.
Yeah.
We should grow some cashews.
We should grow these. Oh, this is something else.
Oh. I use olive oil, but I prefer them mostly boiled. Nice. Well, here's the thing, brother. Want some more? Look, everything should be based off where you want to go. Everything, right? So, like, I tell this to people. I'm like, where do you want to go? What is your goal? Some people don't want to give me their goals, but you know, you can't force them to give you their goals. Maybe sometimes someone's goal is just to show up. You know,
Bars.
that's it. Sometimes it's just to show up. But then from there we step it up after a while, maybe after a month. So sometimes that could be your goals. Like my goal is to, because like for example, when I'm doing jujitsu, right? I'm doing jujitsu, MMA, and Muay Thai. My only goal right now is simply to show up. My goal is like, I'll work on my game more, but for now my goal is only to show up. How can I be consistent? Can I be consistent for the next 6 months? 8 months? I know I will get better. Sometimes I think that could be the goal. Is your girlfriend Russian? No, she is Brazilian. Do you know this song? You know this is one of my favorite bands growing up. I've never even been to one. I need to go. Wants to get lean and muscular and also stay healthy and feel good. Yeah, bro, get shredded. I got shredded back in January, February. I got super. My goal was to get super shredded. Massively shredded, and I did it. I accomplished it. And then I had to reverse that. Ish, because I fucked up my gut. I got too shredded. Too shredded? Yeah. Russian Spanish, that's crazy. That's crazy. Good morning, everybody. Looking at life through lighthouse. I feel like this shit wasn't ready. Whatever, we ball though.
There's one that wasn't ready. Did you grab the one that wasn't?
I guess so.
There's two in there?
Yeah.
You didn't touch it?
No, they just look black. Damn, I got the fucking hardest one. Bro, what would you do if you got drafted to the war? Bro, what would you do if you got drafted to the war? What the fuck? I'd fight for my country, bro. I wouldn't say no, but they wouldn't draft me.
They wouldn't find me.
They wouldn't draft me because of my tattoos. Yeah, they won't let me go in there because tattoos. I remember I used to train a person. Bring her a camera. I think she is Lana Rhodes. Who's Lana Rhodes again? Isn't Lana Rhodes like a porn star?
Lana Rhodes, yes.
Is she a porn star?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you talking about her?
Then who's Lana Ray?
Lana Del Rey is a singer.
Okay,
Lana
all right.
Rhodes is a porn actress.
Oh, okay. Can you bring her camera? I think she is like Lana Rhodes.
What?
They think you're like Lana Rhodes. Wow. Hello.
She's cute.
Really a lot more stress since first started watching you. Yeah, I lean out, I put on some size. I lean out, put on some size. That happens to me. I'll eat this. And if I want more, I'll eat more.
Should I talk?
Yeah, but I don't know if the,
Is that it?
I don't know.
No, it's all good, you know. That's how you get to know people, yeah.
You know who finished the coffee and didn't make more? Yeah, I figured. You know, I always make it every morning. Every morning. And then she just drinks it up. And then I had to go make it again. But it's okay. I'm not complaining. Her ways is something. I got a crush on the Invisible Girl. The Invisible Girl. You have a raving fan. As she should. You gotta go, bro. Off to work. See you, brother. Drink the coffee. Drink that coffee, girl. Listen.
Yeah, right? What the fuck?
You know what? I'm just gonna start making coffee for me in the morning. You look happy, brother, and I like that. But you guys, look, I'm happy fucking with someone, with not with someone. Like these people think. Yeah, man. Yeah, I guess I am happy. I'm always happy. I'm grateful. I might not always be happy, right? I might not always be happy, but I'll definitely be grateful. Yeah, you want some coffee? I'll bring you some coffee. Watch, I'll show you. Yeah, of course. Good morning, my brother. What's up, Mark? Here, what's this?
It's for the dog to be able to speak.
That's fucking. That's incredible. That's fucking.
Don't make him move.
That's fucking funny as shit. Mark, man. Mark's the best. I love Mark, bro. Mark's been here for a minute. Shout out to Mark. Mark! All right. Todo bien. That boy Max is passed out. Yeah, because fucking, como se dice? I've been here since watching these lines, and yeah, you have, my brother. Yeah, you have, and I appreciate the love. The love and el soporte. Always. How can I have a muscular boy like you? You look awesome. Thank you, my brother. Brother, you gotta train, bro. You gotta train or you hire someone, right? How you keeping? Good, brother. How's it going? He's great. Hello. I mean, it's just, honestly, when you really want to help people, I feel like you, because you know what it's like to not be helped, I guess. That's why I like to help people. Because a lot of, like, I got helped a lot, you know, from people that I never even knew, man. People that I met on the internet, bro. Like, that's the biggest thing. I got helped by people who I never even met. Like, I never even knew, and I met them on the internet, you know? They helped my life. And that's why I do what I do, you know? To be honest, you know? That's why I like coming on here and speaking to people, because you never know, like, if we have the opportunity to, like, help each other out, like, it makes a big difference, you know? Oh, no, my flags. My flags. Thank you for, yeah, of course. Right. He was like 17. I've been training since I was 12. Yeah, man. Like, so some of the first people that I really learned to Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Arnold Schwarzenegger, this guy named Z's. That's why I got this tattoo. Like, this was my first tattoo ever at 18 years old, because this guy named Z's, rest in peace, really inspired me to, like, approach life from a sense of, like, get shredded, like, listen to good music, have fun with your friends, you know? So and so for me, it's like, I enjoyed, you know, and it's like, what it says? It says Veni Vidi Vici. I came, I saw, I conquered, right? And it's when I first stumbled across him, like, he just motivated me so much. Like, he inspired me, you know? He inspired me to want to be better, to do more, to enjoy life. Mm-hmm. And there are people, maybe listen, you know, man. Empathetic to all. Yeah, on kind of optimized diet. Who has end up more time? It's not really much about your body type as much as like okay, that's another thing. Like, I would say everybody starts off at a different pace. Everybody starts off at a different pace when it comes to fitness, and what I've learned as a coach, right? What I've learned after coaching people for the last 12 years, because I've had failures in the past, you know, starting off in the beginning, like, I knew how to work out, I knew how to teach people how to work out, but sometimes it was difficult in the beginning, getting people to follow directions, getting people to follow, like, nutrition, getting people to, like, to even take it more serious. And it wasn't until I started to learn to apply different systems, you know? Your body types, it depends on your body. Like, I really started to see more success with my clients when I started to really meet them where they're at, you know? What's the thing that matters the most? The thing that matters the most is actually having a good plan, and then having, it's not just one thing, but what matters the most, I would say, is really having a more positive perspective of where you want to go. You know? Mine wants to look like you, but not have the effort to do it, right? Like, it's very hard to take something serious if what you're trying to follow doesn't make sense to you. You know, when you're in the dark, it's like very difficult sometimes to want to have faith and confidence in what you're doing. Good morning, Alicia. You know, so when you learn to actually have structure, and chewing food probably is bad for digestion, eating, taking time rather than, yeah, I feel you, yeah, right? I feel you, right? Thank you. So, you know, like today, oh, fuck yeah. Cool, awesome. Because I thought they were gonna, yeah, exactly, yeah. They restricted my life because apparently I was fucking bullying someone, which I wasn't. But it is what it is. I have you. I got 10 of you, and it doesn't matter. So that's what I would say, you know? It's like every person that I've worked with, I've had some people that didn't do as well, you know? But the people that I have, what I've learned is that if I can meet them where they're at, and I can get them to win, I can get them to be able to live their day, follow a plan that isn't fucking massively difficult, you see yourself progress. When you see yourself progress, guess what you want to do? You want to do more of it. So I really enjoy that process, getting people wins, like making people feel like, wow, I'm actually doing this. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking doing it. One of my clients, she's lost, I think, 15 pounds in 1 month so far. She's like, I feel so great. Like I stepped on a scale and I feel so great. I'm like, yeah, you're fucking doing great. She lost, yeah, she started with me on, when you get someone who hasn't been able to lose weight and then you do that for them, like you do that with them. Yeah, I feel like cramps the night out, all nausea and everything. I'm glad to be back. Yeah, 100% that happens. Yeah, it's when like, I see yourself progress. Yeah, like it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, she weighed in she went from like 224 to 209 in 1 month. 1 month. And she's like, when I saw that number, like I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I felt so good. I'm like, it's nice, isn't it? Like it's nice to be able to get results without feeling like you're miserable. That's the thing, right? And I think that's what a lot of people don't really understand. It's like if the process is miserable, right? If the process is miserable, you're not going to stick to it very long term, Chicken man! Yeah. Steroid safe? No. They can be. But I don't recommend them. Mm-hmm. No. I think you have ADHD. I think I have ADHD burnout. Don't tell yourself that, Claire. That's stupid as fuck. Right? I have ADHD and right now I'm burnt out. That's just you fucking talking negative to yourself. Eggs with ketchup, hot sauce, sriracha. Can creatine make you look buff? Brother, working out and putting on muscle makes you look buff, not the creatine. Eggs, cholesterol bad? No, eggs, fuck the cholesterol, bro. It's good cholesterol. Right? ADHD and depression are the same thing to me. Mimi, what the fuck are you smoking? Crack? Easy. What do you mean the same thing? Yeah. Cortisol feels high. How do you feel cortisol? Like, how do you feel cortisol? Right? Training, hit, running, stretching, which one's the best? Depends on your goal. How much do I sleep? I mean, I went to sleep like 11 last night and I woke up at 4. Same symptoms? How is that same symptom? Someone who, if you ask me, describe someone who has ADHD, I'm thinking they can't sit still. You ask somebody who has depression, they're fucking sad. Is most fruit or fruit is moisil with milk or fruit? What is that? No, it's eggs. Salt substance. Why? Why are you getting rid of salt? I broke up with my girl. Any suggestions? Yeah, brother. I would say pick up the book called Jesus Calling. Jesus Calling, and spend some time with God. The salt sub in a hospital is called. But for what though? Get a new one. No. But for what though? Like why do you want to substitute salt? I feel like I'm in freeze mode. No, Claire, you think too much. You think too much. Stop thinking so much. Retaining too much water. How is he retaining too much water? That's so interesting. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, you think too much because you're not doing enough. When you're taking action, you don't think so much. Yeah. Which is the best YouTube channel for strength training? Oh, that's really good. I don't know. That's a great question. What's a great channel for a man, right? Like, interesting. Yeah. I realize that when we think too much, we think too much about fear. Like, for example, he's hanging out with my girlfriend. You know, like when I'm psycho is still fucked up. I think I need to wake up and go really early in the morning, sun. To them to breathe for people in their 80s and 90s. Yeah, dude. I mean, heart failure happens a lot because people's diets. Obviously, people's diets, man. But it's like, I believe some people, they hold themselves back from change simply because it's very difficult, man. Anytime I try to change my life, it's been very difficult. Of course. Whether it's business, whether it's relationship, habits, it's always been a little bit difficult. It may seem funny. I just want to ask why people with pumped body like roaming bear body, is it that close seem uncomfortable or tight or some other reason for it? I mean, Rao, I get you. Why do people not wear clothes that are in really good shape? Because we don't feel shame. You feel me? We don't feel shame. Like when I take my shirt off while I'm on here, I don't feel ashamed of my body. I feel good about my body, right? That's good to know, Gene. I like that. Right? So that's huge. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to get a consultation and get help. Yeah, at times. At times, I'll drink energy drinks. It's a high. It's a good high at times. Sometimes, like for example, coffee doesn't really do it much for me. Little stories that I would, let me see what other questions I could answer. Yeah, because when you find someone, you're like wondering where their history is and what. I'm gonna answer some of these questions. Great. I thought wearing clothes feels uncomfortable. No one is complaining, bro. People might agree with I just asked out of curiosity. No, not at all. Red Bull Zero Sugar is my go-to. Nice, bro. I'm not a big fan of. My girlfriend likes Red Bull. It's coffee in my office. Nice. Let me look at these things. Actually, this is really good. Okay, so reintroduce yourself. Tell your story. Why and how did you start your business? That's so interesting. All right. So one of the questions like, how did I start my business? I'm like. Well, I started training people because I dropped out of high school. And I was like, what else am I gonna do? And so I worked at a gym. Like I love the gym. I've loved the gym since I was like 15 years old. Working out, I've loved it since I was 12. And when I left high school, I don't know what the fuck I was gonna do with my life, right? What can I do with my wife? What can I do with Jesus Christ, bro? Yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't think I was smart enough to go to college. I'm like, I'm not going to college. It's crazy. That's for smart people, right? Goku. And so I was working as a lifeguard, but the lifeguard gig was only during the summer. So as I was a lifeguard, lifeguarding was fun. Like I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the pay. I enjoyed the job in general. It was a cool job. But eventually I was 19. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me get a job somewhere. Like I guess let me work at a gym. Why not? And so I went to the sales department, and I didn't really like sales, if I'm being honest with you, right? I didn't like sales in a sense of like, I don't like having to go talk to people. Like, what do you mean? Like, because at first I was like, what do you mean people just don't want to sign up? You're telling me people don't just want to sign up to the gym? Why not? You're telling me we have to go get them to sign up to the gym? I don't get that. Like, how would you not want to sign up to the gym? You know, and so that's how not in touch I was with, like, I guess reality, right? So once I was like, all right, I don't want to go up to random ass people, right? The smart technology. What do you mean, the smart technology? Yeah, I didn't want to go do that. And I remember my first day as a salesman at LA Fitness. I met this guy, tall black guy called Alton. He's like, hey. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you. I was happy to be there. I was just happy that I had a free gym membership. I'm like, fuck yeah, this is awesome. And so he's like, all right, we got to go sell some memberships. I'm like, bro, how the fuck do you even, I don't even know the first step into selling a fucking membership. What's up, bud? And we went to the mall, and we would go in, but hi. And we'd be like, we have our little fucking uniforms, and they'd be like, yo. I'm like, hey, how you doing? Like, do you guys want a gym membership? It's like, what? He's like, you guys should come try the gym out. And so we give out little free passes. And it was cool and all. What I liked the most was when we took a lunch break. When we took a lunch break and we got to like kind of just chill out. And eventually after about a month and a half of that, I didn't want to do that no more. Like I was like, bro, I don't really like this, you know? Of course, my brother. I didn't really like that. And so I remember talking to this older gentleman, and he's like, yeah, lunch breaks are fucking fire. He's like, why don't you just become a personal trainer? I'm like, what do you mean? He said, just get certified. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I remember I had a motorcycle at the time. So I went to Fort Lauderdale, and I took a 2-day course, right? Yeah. Yeah, he did. He said, just go become a personal trainer. I'm like, that's fucking sick. I'd love to be a personal trainer. And it's a 2-day course. So I went over there, and there's a bunch of different people trying to take this course. I don't remember shit from the fucking course. And at the end, but I will never forget this. I'll never forget this. This man was teaching us, this white man, right? You need to pray more. And I remember this guy being like, listen, if you guys want to put up like some money in the back, pretty much, like you can, like I'm white. He pretty much saying, if you want to bribe me to pass this exam, you can. I'm like, is this guy being for real? Is this guy really telling us that if we want to bribe him to pass the test, he ain't going to say no? Motherfucker, you ain't getting paid enough, right? What's the 2-day course called? It was ISSAM. ISA, I forgot what it's called, right? It I would love to recommend my cousins to you for marginalizing, but just one issue stopped me from doing it, which is that you cuss a lot too many times. Fuck yeah, brother. Don't worry about that. Yeah, dude. I mean, that's okay, bro. That's the real life, you know. ASM for Lauderdale. Yeah, it was yeah, ASM. Yeah, it was by What's Up Nauticus. I know I'm not saying that correctly, but anyways, so I said I can pass this exam. I don't need to bribe no motherfucker. So then we just took the exam. I took it, and I ended up passing, right? And I got my certification. I think I still have it. Somewhere in this room I have that certification. What's up, brother? And so I became a personal trainer. And then I remember, I renew it. Yes and no. Like I fucking haven't, I've had it since I was 19, right? Like at the end of the day, whenever we train clients, there's like a consent form. You feel me? You don't really need to renew it. Nobody's ever asked me for my fucking certification. Energy drinks. What about energy drinks? What do you say about energy drinks? Our bells have energy drinks are not good for your health, but see a lot of people who do gymming drinking it along with protein shakes. What are your major side effects? Member is 18. I need to get him to do that. You don't need to get him to do anything, bro. Why are you gonna get him to get? Brother, if you want to get into something, bro, like motherfucking, like you gotta motivate him. In my STEM course today, so it's not bad, all bad. Nice, good job. Energy drinks, brother, like a lot of fucking people drink them and pre-workout. 100%, it's horrible for you. Like it's really fucked up for you. It's pretty hard for your heart. But pick your poison, right? Alrighty, he loves working out. Oh, then yeah, tell him to be a trainer. It's a great place. You don't have to be a trainer, but it's a very rewarding field. So I became a personal trainer, and I'll never forget. They transferred me to a different dude, but I worked as a salesman for a minute, bro. They tried to get me to sell more, and I just couldn't. And they transferred me to a different LA Fitness. And I remember I had my first client at like 5 o'clock in the morning, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. And I remember riding my motorcycle to the appointment. It was a half hour. And I remember training her. And you know how much I was getting paid for that half hour, right? Do you know how much I was getting paid for that half hour? $6. Bro, I was getting paid $6 buckaroonies. I usually try to sleep more, but I didn't sleep last night that much. I slept like 5 hours. Yeah. And I'll never forget training this girl. I was so excited though. I was a trainer. I was training this girl, this lady. I was 19. She was probably in her 30s. So I'm training her, and she had a really good time. And I'll never forget, at the end of the session, she like slips me a 10 or a 5 or something like that. And she's like, here you go. I'm like, no, you don't have to. It's like, no. Like, I know they don't pay you much here. I'm like, thank you. I'm like, oh, you're so nice, so kind. So like, I remember her slipping me that money. And then, that's a lot, brother. Answering the question much better. Your life story can be made into. Yeah, I appreciate it, brother. God bless you. You know, and I'll never forget my brother. Right, my brother made so much fun of me. Right, he's like Alex, because he was a paralegal at that moment. He was getting paid like maybe $18 an hour, or I don't know how much he was getting paid. Like he was a paralegal, so he was making some good money. And we're twins. Remember, we're twins, right? So he's working as a paralegal at the moment. And I'll never forget him fucking making fun of me. He's like, Alex, you woke, and because he loves to sleep in. He loves to sleep. He's like, you woke your ass up at like 4:30 or 5 something, like to go train someone for $6. I'll never forget making fun of me. Oh, you dickhead. Yeah, all the damn. It's fucked up. And so, let's see. Talk about your views and thoughts on the niche. Why and how did you start your business? And so eventually he was having a field day. Yeah, he was. Did you hit it? Hit what? So the question is, like, tell your story. Why and how did you start your business? And so let's see, where did I go from there? I wouldn't get back into personal training until about 2-3 years later, because I went up north. I went to Orlando. I went to college, and then I worked at restaurants. Because I ended up leaving LA Fitness, right? $6. I ended up leaving LA Fitness and like leaving on bad terms because I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna keep doing this. So, anyways, I kept working at different restaurants. I went to college, dropped out of college. I danced as a go-go dancer for a bit, and then I eventually started working at this one gym called BoxFit. Right? I started working at this gym called BoxFit, and it was a badass gym. I got a mentor, right? I got a mentor. At that moment in my life, I met 2 very impactful people in my life. And I was still 19 years old. I met 2 impactful people. Number 1, I met Tai Lopez, right? Hate him or love him, I don't care. You can Google him. His name is Tai Lopez. I took his 67 steps program, right? I saw a YouTube ad and I took a 67-step program. I bought his course. The course changed my life. It's a great fucking course. Sometimes I try to go back to it. Ty Lopez changed my life, and this guy named Ian, he became my mentor, my personal trainer mentor. I remember working at this restaurant, and after I dropped out of college, I just wanted to be a bodybuilder. That's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do, be a bodybuilder. I said, I remember being in college, and I'm like, I don't fucking want to do this. Fuck this. And I remember sitting in my room. I remember sitting in my room watching a video of Arnold Schwarzenegger just being Mr. Olympia, living life. I'm like, bro, I want to do that, right? I'm like, I want to do that. I want to be a bodybuilder. I don't want to fucking go to school. And that's what made me drop out of school. And then I decided to just pursue bodybuilding. Pursue it. I have a whole different like Instagram for that too. I started a whole different Instagram called Fitness Guerrero. I don't know if it's even alive anymore. I don't know if it is. No way. I don't have it anymore. I don't know why. All right. Fitness Guerrero. Would you date an Asian or a black girl or just white? Jesus, Mimi! You still need to follow me on Instagram. Bro, what the fuck? I don't have my account? There's no way! What do you think about peptides? Fuck peptides. Some people won't agree with me. What the fuck is it called? It's literally, that's what it was. Guerrero. Yeah, Fitness Guerrero. Wow, I don't fucking have it no more. That's crazy. They deleted it. I guess so. Fuck it, whatever. Instagram's the shit, dog. Oh, I gotta finish my eggs. Anyways, so Ty Lopez, I remember watching this one of the first few videos. He was like, you need to find a mentor. You need to find somebody that you would like to model after. So, like literally, I applied to this job. This guy was having an offering. He said, hey, I'm looking for a personal trainer. If you have boxing skills, phenomenal. If you don't have boxing skills, don't worry. That's fine. And I went and interviewed with him. And we started talking. He showed me the gym. I'm like, I have boxing experience, things like that. And I remember telling him, I'm like, yeah, this is my passion. I love this. Like, I love it. And I was working at a restaurant as not a food restaurant, as an expo. I was working at this fancy restaurant in West Palm Beach, right? West Palm Beach, working at this fancy restaurant as an expo. My buddy got me the job. I was training at Powerhouse, working at this restaurant pretty much. And I finally got this job. Anyways, as I was going through the interview, he's like, you know what, bro, is this your passion? I'm like, it's my passion. He's like, you know what, I'll give you the job. So he gave me the job. I come to find out, this guy's pretty successful. He's like 45, 46 years old. He's got 2 kids. He's got a wife. He's got like 6 different rental properties. He trains a lot of people from Palm Beach Island. He's regarded as one of the best trainers in like West Palm Beach. And I was like, I'll never forget watching an episode of the 67 Steps and Ty Lopez saying, find a mentor. I'll tell you that right now. And so then eventually I tell him, yo, can you mentor me? And he's like, yeah, I got you. And he did. He taught me the ropes of how to train people, how to like read situation. He just became somebody that I could go to when like I needed answers about life at 20 years old at this point. Like 20 years old at this point, you know? What's the dilemma with peptides? If everyone's seeing results, brother, because that's the thing, bro. Everyone sees results now, but they don't see the side effects, bro. That's the thing. Anything that works really quick has side effects. It's like steroids, bro. Like steroids work, but they have side effects, right? Once you stop taking like the peptides, bro, like things end up going back, dude. You have to understand, bro. Yeah, people, you never get away around. You never get away or get around the hard work. You never get away around the work. Do more of them. You got clean form on the burpees too. I think you'd be locked over momentum. Ha! I love that, brother. I love that. Peptide's been around forever. That's what they say, bro. That's what they say. But like now they're coming out with it, different brands, different people, just to make money, bro. If there's money involved, there's always gonna be fucking things like that. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I try to do burpees at least once a week. I used to do them every day, not anymore. Read up for 12 weeks and he got off because he was getting so depressed, he was crying. Yeah, bro. I mean, I had a friend of mine who was on Reda and he lost a lot of weight, but like he lost a lot of muscle too, you know? So you got any gear? No, bro. I'm not taking anything. Delulu. I like the name. So he became my mentor and I really learned a lot from him. You know, I learned a lot from my mentor. His name is Ian. And he pretty much taught me the ropes of how to really run a personal training business. Except the sales part. I was never good at the sales part. I just became a fucking phenomenal trainer. And then I started my business, my personal training business, pretty much when I got fired from that job. Long story short, right? And then I moved, started personal training people at the park, right? If it's natural, what's the point of creatine? The question is, if it's natural, what's the point of creatine? Creatine just gives you more energy. We already have it in our system, right? It's like, let me put it this way. Imagine you have a car that works perfectly fine. You have a fucking Nissan, whatever. It works perfectly fine. You want it to go faster, you put some turbo in it, right? Some nitrous in it. Why? Why put nitrous if it already goes fast? You just want it to go faster. That's what fucking nitrous does, right? Yeah, that's the whole thing. It's like you have no like feelings, which is not a bad thing. It's not a terrible thing. You know, it's not a terrible thing. Everything has a side effect, brother. Everything has a side effect. Why walk when you can run? Shit, why run when you can fly? Yeah. So, ultimately, you're invading on some burpees. So pretty much, yeah, man. I started about why I fly when you can just have a magic carpet. All right, listen, I love y'all. I had to go. I love y'all. I gotta put out a new podcast. Podcast. That's what I would tell the guy who's struggling with yeah, I need that shit. Oh, yeah, I gotta upload soon. Do you have Discord? No, brother, I don't. The only concerning part is it trending all of a sudden? Yeah, because everyone's taking them, bro. Everyone's taking them, bro. If everyone's taking them, dude, it's fucking probably not a good thing, bro. You know? Like, you gotta understand, brother, like, you see people who are fit, right? You see people who are fit. We've been fit way before fucking peptides came out, right? That's the way I look at it. We've all been fit, bro. If you want to get fit, man, you learn. You dedicate some time to learning it, or you invest money into getting someone to teach you. That's it. Right? If you want to learn how to become a nurse, you go to school. You invest money and you learn at the same time. You want to get in better shape, you study on your own or you have someone, you know? A cycle of peptides? No, I've done a cycle of steroids for sure. When I competed in my bodybuilding show 7 years ago. But I never did any of that to look good. Right? Like I only did steroids to compete in bodybuilding. I didn't take steroids to look good. There was no need to take steroids to look good. Right? I've been working out since I was 12 years old. This is me at 13. This is 1 year of working out. Right? That's 1 year of working out. Right, I got you. This is 1 year of working out. 1 year. 1 year of working out. That was me at 13. This is me at 17 after 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This is me after 5 years of working out. Right? That's me at 17 after 5 years of working out. Yeah, man. Like, genetics do help, but I've been in shape my whole life, bro. I never got out of shape. Even all through my 20s. All through my 20s, I never got out of shape. I never let myself get out of shape. Yeah. Because it was more painful to be out of shape than it was to stay in shape. Right? Once you get in shape and you realize, man, you feel unstoppable. Truthfully, man. I feel like you have fun with life. A lot more fun. You have more freedom. Because you're not uncomfortable in your own skin. You know? That's like the most beautiful thing. You're not uncomfortable. You're not walking around hating the way you look. You're not walking around talking negative about the way you feel. Like, life becomes a lot more fun when you're in better shape. You're healthier. You have more freedom. You get more excited about things in life, I think. You know? At least from my experience, like, I have more fun with my friends. I'm not embarrassed of myself, you know? I can act a fool and just be like, no, I can pull it off because I'm confident. You know? Like, I can pull off some random ass shit just because you're confident, you know? Love you. Ciao for coaching. Website, link in the bio. Ciao.